late 1980, and Andre traveled with me when he was in Florida. Uh, and I would drive. Mike Graham had a 71 uh, Cadillac limousine that we called the Shark. So I was taking Andre to Tallahassee. I got him to Tallahassee. We had our matches. We're on our way back, and Andre wants to get to the bar before it closes. And it's like a 300-mile drive from Tallahassee to Tampa, and it's back roads too. Uh, so we stop at the liquor store, and I get him 2 cases of Blue Nun wine, 2 cases. That's just the start. And we start down the road, and he says, "Boss, can we go a little faster?" So we're going down a stretch of highway. It's down Highway 19. That's probably a 50-mile stretch of nothing. And I'm running about 120, 130 miles an hour in this big old Cadillac. And I see a blue light in my rearview mirror, and it's miles back. I tell Andre, I said, "There's a cop behind us." He says, "Can you outrun him?" I said, "I think so." So I kept going, and that cop kept chasing us. So finally, I had to slow down. It took him about 5 minutes to catch us after I slowed down. And he got out of his car, and he came up to my window, and he told me to get out. And when I got out, this guy was like, he was 6'10", slim, but he was pissed. And he said, "You know how many of you motherfuckers I scrape off this highway every weekend driving like you?" And I said, "I was just following orders from the boss." And he said, "I don't give a fuck who the boss is." He said, "You back there, get out." Andre pushed the door, and he stuck his boot out the door. And I saw this guy look down at Andre's boot, and he took a step backwards. And then Andre just stuck his head out above the window and said, "I'm the boss." And he stuck his head back in. This guy wrote me a ticket for 126 miles an hour and said, he said, "I'm going to have every state trooper between here and where you're going looking for you." And he said, "Don't speed." So when we got out of his lights, we shagged ass and made it to Tampa before the bar closed. Andre said he'd pay the speeding ticket, but he never did.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.